What's going on, Jerome? So our guy Mike Renner over at Pro Football Focus released a brand new first round 2021 NFL mock draft, and there's some big shakeups. There's a lot of things going on, as well as the Vikings go edge. I question it at 14. So let's dive into the picks. Also, fun fact, this is a picture of Mike Renner. This is not, in fact, Trevor Lawrence. But, number one, Trevor Lawrence goes to the Jaguars, where the Jets, they jet it. So Trevor Lawrence, Jaguar savior. There's actually quite a bit to work with in Jacksonville for the new GM, as well as whoever the new head coach is going to be, because they're firing Doug Marrone's ass. Let's not kid ourselves here. So the Jets. I am worried for my boy Zach Wilson. I am. And now, if they do draft a quarterback at 2, they're probably going to trade Sam Darnold somewhere, so maybe they'll get some extra draft capital for my guy. But I am so afraid that the Jets are absolutely going to ruin and savage my boy. Now, there are some pieces there. I mean, you got Mims, you got Becton protecting his blind side, but, I mean, the New York media jackals, and you're bringing in a kid from BYU. I don't know. I feel bad. Feels bad, man. 3, the Bengals. So getting Penny Sewell protecting Joe Burrow's ass once he gets back. That makes a ton of sense. 4, Panthers. Ooh, so Justin Fields takes a tumble, doesn't fall far. Going to Carolina. Hey, Teddy. So quarterback of the future there. And it would absolutely be dynamic. Him, McCaffrey, DJ Moore. You do love it. So if they can protect him and keep everything on schedule, I think Matt Rule would have a chance for a really fun team. Plus that defense is so fun. Young, fast, they just get after it. It's really cool. Staying in the NFC South. So the Falcons picking up Kwity Paye, who is just an absolute beast, man. I love me some Kwity Paye. Like, Kwity Paye's peak kind of looks like Reggie White. I know it's a bit hyperbolic, but I mean, come on. Just a guy that size, that strength, and can get after. Atlanta finally hoping to have a decent edge rusher since what? Chuck Smith? Probably. 6, the Dolphins. So this is the pick from the Texans. They get Jamar Chase. So Tua getting some weapons. Him, Preston Williams, Devontae Parker. Do you know he played college at Teddy? For Tua, just getting it. I love it, man. 7. So the Eagles, so they miss out on the wide receiver sweepstakes yet again, so it's whatever. But they keep an absolute physical freak inside the Keystone State. Getting Micah Parsons here, so can play linebacker, can rush, can do all the things. So consolation prize, Jim Schwartz gets Micah Parsons if that staff stays intact. So we'll see. 8. So we got the Cowboys. Now, probably going cornerback here. Now, will they go Bama, Surtain and Trevon Diggs? Nah, Caleb Farley over Surtain. Long, physical, can absolutely get after. Just an absolute physical freak. Probably going to run in the 4.3s, but opted out this year, so it's a little bit of out of sight, out of mind. But let's not forget the absolute insaneness of 2019 Caleb Farley. Next up, so Surtain doesn't have long to wait. The Chargers have one of the worst offensive lines in the game, so... But they also have an aging cornerback room as well. So, I mean, maybe they're going to try and hammer offensive line day 2. It's possible. But Surtain can't really pass up that talent there. 10, the Giants. So, picking up Gregory Rousseau out of Miami. Fun. Joe Judge gets some length, gets some speed on that defense. Now, does he have enough bend to be a consistent edge rusher in the league? I don't know, man, but you can't sleep on 15.5 sacks, even though he was another opt-out, so he hasn't played since 2019. 11, the Lions. Elizabeth, I'm coming. This is the big one. So my guy, no pants for Trey Lance, the pride of Marshall, Minnesota, goes to the Lions. Quarterback of the future, Matthew Stafford on borrowed time. You got a new GM, you got a new head coach, and they want their own guy. So it hurts. It hurts, man. And also 11. So another quarterback. 12. Another quarterback goes off the board. 5 in the top dozen. So you got Mac Jones going to San Francisco. Now, is this splashy enough to replace Jimmy G? I don't know. Like, Kyle Shanahan gets another safe distributor. I mean, he had one in Garoppolo, but of course this one is younger and cheaper. So, I mean, John Lynch and company, they get their new quarterback of the future, probably going to part ways with Jimmy Garoppolo. Trade for Kirk Cousins, you cowards. Yeah, no. 13, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah coming out of Notre Dame. Big Fangio. He is the Isaiah Simmons, JOK, the Isaiah Simmons of this draft. Is he a linebacker? Is safety? He can do both things. And you need that, especially now in a division with Mahomes and now Justin Herbert. So absolutely you need that. 14, so the Vikings. So I like Aziz Ujulari. I like him a lot. Absolute 240-pound speed rusher. Can bend, can get the edge, can do all that stuff. And Aziz at right defensive end, Daniil at left. It would be a great pairing. And quickly, it would become one of the best edge rushing combos in the league. But, man, there's so much other talent on the board. I get it. It would break from Vikings' tendencies of Spielman taking edge rusher in the first or second round. And we've talked ad nauseum that the national media jabroni haircuts, they love mocking edge to the Vikings the last couple years, and it's probably not going to happen. But Aziz over Rashawn Slater, over even Devonta Smith, he'd be phenomenal. Davion Nix, if you want to go defensive interior, or Wyatt Davis, no matter what, or Christian Darrisaw from Virginia Tech. I just don't see it. Like, if the Vikings find themselves in the spot, I think it would be a prime trade down spot. I don't know who would be coming up for who, though. But, yeah, it feels like there's just too much offensive line talent on the board. I don't know how the Vikings could pass up, even for a talented guy like Aziz. So, I don't know. I don't like it. Like, I like the player, but I don't like the pick with what's on the board. Anyways, 15, Patriots pick up Devonta Smith. This is just annoying, man. This is just annoying. So they miss out on Mac Jones, a little bit too early for Kyle Trask, and then they pick up Devonta Smith, who should be the Heisman winner. But the Patriots get a solid wide receiver, 1, 2, sure, as well as in the return game, absolutely stud. 16, so the Bears, this one's annoying, man. So the Bears absolutely get themselves a player, a dog up front. So Rashawn Slater stays in Chi-Town. Now, I think that he can play tackle. Ironically, Charles Leno is the other 6'2" short arms tackle in the league besides Isaiah Wynn. But put Slater at tackle, put him at guard, put him whatever. But yeah, he's just a guy who's absolutely going to get after. He's going to be a pain in the Vikings' ass for a decade. 17, the Raiders pick up Nick Bolton out of Mizzou. Now, he is a throwback. Punch you in the face, punch you in the mouth, punch you in the neck, slobber knocker, linebacker, a bit of a throwback. But, of course, that's how the Raiders want to roll. 18, the Ravens. So I understand that Ozzie Newsome's retired, but, man, just doubling, tripling down tight ends. Even though Pitts is more of a big wide receiver, you don't have to have him inline blocking. But him and Mark Andrews, best tight end combo in the league right away. And just getting Lamar just some more weapons on the outside. Kyle Pitts instantly becomes a great outside threat, a great red zone threat as well. So getting after it. 19, Washington. Despite the issues with Dwayne, a little bit too early for Trask. They missed out on Mac Jones. They missed out on everyone, but because they made the playoffs. But picking up Jalen Waddle in this spot helps with the return game. Ankle should be good to go. Plus him and Scary Terry, my goodness, man. I love it. 20, Cardinals, Darian Kendrick, the converted wide receiver, cornerback out of Clemson. So Patrick Peterson, heir apparent. I mean, sure. Yeah. 21, so the Dolphins picking up Darrisaw. Oh, my goodness. So you got the Tua protector after you took Jamar Chase. So you got Tua's weapon. You got Tua's protector. Let's go. I love Darrisaw, man. Absolute physical freak. And still bugs me. Like, I like Aziz, but over Slater, over Darrisaw, over even Nix or Wyatt Davis, I don't know, man. All right, 22. The Bucks go Davion Nix here, so they need some help on the defensive interior. Ndamukong Suh, Golston ain't getting any younger, so getting a guy who can generate a ton of his own pressure from the inside. Had 7 sacks this year, getting after it. 23. So you got the Colts taking Rashad Bateman, where I get it. I get it because T.Y. Hilton isn't getting any younger. Him and Michael Pittman would be a nice combination for the corpse of Phillip Rivers if they run it back, or Eason, or quarterback of the future TBD. Sure. But also, I like Bateman going here as opposed to the Packers. 24. So I got the Browns taking Nick Bonito out of Oklahoma, speed rusher. Him opposite of Myles Garrett. That's going to generate a ton of pressure in the AFC North, and that's a lot of fun. 25. So got the Jaguars taking J.C. Horn from South Carolina. Another guy where he gets overshadowed by Farley in terms of the length and the physical freakness, but Horn is certainly up there as well. Him and C.J. Henderson, the top 10 pick from last year, pairing them up as a press man combination, corners. Let's go. That's a nice start. So you get Trevor Lawrence. You got yourself 2 great cornerbacks to go for the future. It's not bad. Plus you got James Robinson, Laviska Shenault, Chark, Miles Jack. Let's go. Next up. So you got 26 Jets is the pick from the Seahawks for the Jamal Adams trade. So Jason Owe from Penn State. And Joe Douglas, a.k.a. White Suge Knight, absolutely loves betting on physical freaks. So another tools guy. I mean, Parsons gets all the pub for Penn State. Like, what is going on up there? Just like all these physical tools guys coming out, but Owe, who was overshadowed by Yetur Gross-Matos last year and company, but him coming in, going up against Becton in practice every day. I mean, come on. I mean, is this going to be Mark Gastineau 2.0? I don't know. 27 Titans. So Jadeveon Clowney, deuces, you out of here. But Carlos Basham coming out of Wake Forest. And it's a guy who took a step back this year, but so we rave about Kwity Paye's massiveness, but I mean, Basham is the size of a 3-tech, but he's got enough quickness to be on the outside. He's going to be a great edge rusher, as well as set the edge, be great against the run too. I mean, this is a nice get. Like him, Justin Simmons, Harold Landry. I mean, that front seven is good, man. It's just really good. 28 Pittsburgh. So they get their quarterback in the future, Kyle Trask. Don't even know if Big Ben's going to be back next year. But Trask coming in. Now, if they want another Mason Rudolph, I mean, they already have Mason Rudolph. That's a pretty common comparison to Kyle Trask. So, I don't know. Like, I get it, but could you wait second round, get Desmond Ridder? I don't know. Or do you even take Desmond Ridder right here? Or Jamie Newman? Do you just do that? 29. So Saints picking up Zaven Collins. It is annoying, man, because Zaven Collins is probably the best all-around linebacker this year. Even though Desmond Ridder downed them in the AAC championship, it wasn't the fault of Collins. But man, it's just good. Also, phenomenal in coverage too. And when you're playing at Tulsa, when you're playing in some of those games, you absolutely have to be locked in pass coverage as well. Next up, 30 Bills, Elijah Vera Tucker. So Vera Tucker can play some tackle, but he's going to be a guard in the National Football League. But another great guard for the Bills on the inside. Who's their last great guard? Richie Incognito. That really might be it. 31 Packers. Kadarius Toney, Florida. Absolute dynamic game breaker, man. Come on, that is so annoying. So basically, Percy Harvin, and no, it's not just because he went to Florida too, but a guy who's great as a receiver, great as a gadget player, could be a running back, could be a return guy, just gets plopped in the 12-year-old boy and the octogenarian Aaron Rodgers' lap. Great. And then the Chiefs picking up Jalen Phillips out of Miami, the UCLA transfer, a guy who stepped in when Rousseau opted out and is making his own noise. And also, ironically, they wear the same number 15, so it's very difficult. Two guys, same school, same number, same draft class. You figure that one out. But yeah, Chiefs get another premium edge rusher, put him opposite of Frank Clark, and just go after it. So nah. But yeah, I do like this draft. I didn't agree with the Vikings going to Aziz, and it's not because of degrading Aziz as a player. I think he's an absolute stud. Also, oh my God, Desmond Ridder. Gonna get chased down. I don't know. But also, just because of the Vikings' need on the offensive line, they it seems like they're one guy away, maybe two. And the fact that you had Rashawn Slater on the board, you had Wyatt Davis, who didn't go in the first round. You had Christian Darrisaw there as well. I don't know if you could pass. I don't know. But also, guys who didn't make it into the first round here. So you got Wyatt Davis no matter what. You got Barmore, you got Asai, you got Leatherwood, you got Eichenberg, you got Sam Cosme, Sean Way, Travis Etienne, Terrace Marshall Jr. So, I mean, there's only 32 spots in the first round. Not saying that any of the first round guys aren't talented enough to be there, but kind of surprised that Wyatt Davis dropped. But is what it is. But your thoughts, take a look at Mike Renner's first round mock draft. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work, post on the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.